Tennessee. Warren, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm a representative of Yaga, which is Youth Against Gang Activity. We try to we push productivity in our community, man. I also represent my organization, which is called Universal Star, which is Universal Street Teachers Aware of Reality, which is where we take personal accountability for the role that we play in the change in this world, because I believe you got to be the change that you want to see. We have a
You were saying you gotta follow through.
gotta follow through, because the vision was given to you by the Most High, but it's what you do with it. Faith takes action. The Bible says faith without works is dead. So you have to play a role in change. Anything that you're given could be given to somebody else, but it depends on what you do with it. Whether you're an artist or whether you're working a 9 to 5, you have to life is literally what you make it. Even with me, I may have cerebral palsy, but that is not a limitation, because that is not me. What I go through is not me. It's just my current situation. You
Now, when did you know that you had cerebral
I was
palsy?
born with
You were born with
cerebral
it?
palsy.
So now a lot of people with cerebral palsy have, difficult, in talking actually, but you got swagger and sway when you talk, and it seems that so it's a more of a physical manifestation and not so much of a psychological.
Yeah, mine is in my legs. I walk with a long string crutch, and I've seen people um who have cerebral palsy that go through so much, but it's not a limitation for me. I look at it more so as a testimony, because whatever you're going up against, if God brought you to it, He'll see you through it. But you have to be able to utilize it as your own strength. You know what I mean? Because what you don't use as strength can be a hindrance.
Can I
But
put yeah, sorry, go on.
I was also taught what don't kill you make you strong.
I wanna tell you a joke that, I learned at a Greyhound station from a homeless guy who got kicked out after he told me the joke. But, the joke is, so there's a bird, and it's supposed to fly south for the winter, but it goes up north, and it freezes into a block of ice, and it falls on the ground, and then a cow comes up and shits on it, right? And so now the cow's shit melts the ice, and it starts to feel like normal again, and then, a fucking wolf comes and eats it. So the moral of the story is, don't be mad at people who shit on you, but it's often when you're cleanest is when the wolf will come and get you. So this was an inspiring story for me because this homeless guy, all he needed was $2 to get on the bus to go to the VA hospital. But like all the security guards just kept kicking him out because he was selling Kit Kats. I bought a joke for a quarter. And I think that like the whole point of the story and like him saving me was that I joined the Black Panthers after this joke, and, like, so you're working with Panthers, feeding people, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I've worked with the Panthers in just community awareness and community readiness. I've worked with Panthers who just they teach things as well as gun training, as well as just how to adapt to the wilderness. Because see, we have to be prepared as a people. The
Right.
Panthers that I work with, they teach us to be prepared
The Pa
as
yeah, the Panthers that I work with, they have a land in Mississippi, about 50 or 60 acres with, like, what you call it, lots of room for hunting, fishing, all that kinda stuff. I mean, what do you think is the most tragic thing that you've witnessed in your life besides your own sickness?
Well, I have a close friend of mine, more like a brother. He was shot 5 times in front of my face. So I think that was probably the most pivotal, life changing moment for me,
How old
because
were you?
um probably like 19, 20
Wow,
at the
wow.
time. And that was the pivot for me when I decided that, hey man, you ain't no exception to the rule.
Yeah.
You can either make a change now, or you're susceptible to your own actions. And that's when I started getting more into mentorship, and I started getting more into community activism, because I accepted the role that I played in my own BS. So
Okay, now can we introduce your wife? Come on in.
mm,
Now, I gotta say, Memphis for me is the birthplace of rock and roll. Ike Turner, you got Howlin' Wolf, you got all these people, Sun Studios, you know. So now, how did you guys meet? You start.
we actually met on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we
So you're meta couple.
Yeah, I
uh,
get
But what is it that you love most about your man?
that he's willing to give without no
Wanting to receive.
purpose
Yeah,
to
yeah.
receive anything. He's more of a giving person and he's selfless.
Yeah.
He will give the last if he, had it. If it was somebody else to give, he would give it to him.
And I like to piggyback off of that because, as I was just telling her, she genuinely completes me in that process because she'll aid and
Now-
assist me in any way
Yeah.
possible.
That's beautiful. But now all I can see now is you piggybacking her.
I love this man.
Or the other way around.
And this man, I love him.
Yeah, I could tell.
Everything about him, like anything he got going on organization wise,
I got a great story about Ike and Tina, where there was a guy named Sunbeam Mitchell, and he used to own a bar on Beale. And that was the bar that Elvis used to go and see and write down on a piece of paper like what he would see about like what he want to rip off of black musicians. So Sunbeam would always eat ribs and collard greens and stuff like that at this restaurant. So Tina knew that he was going to be there, and this was when they were playing the Chitlin circuit, and they used to not get paid. Like they would play a show, and then the promoter would just disappear.
That's what he do. Like
He does promotion.
He do not just promotions. He like give back without no purpose. Like
Right.
it's something that I always wanted to do, but him, we didn't gave so many organizations like homeless people, even did Christmas things for kids,
Yeah.
giving back and stuff like that, even with the Yaga, stuff
Right.
that we do. But even with just him, just stopping giving to just the homeless,
The,
the
the,
best that we have. Like,
the story with Tina was basically that she went to go tell this guy that like they have the best rock and roll band, and she couldn't stop looking at his food. So he was eating, and then he's like, "Yo, give this girl some ribs and some, and then she ate, and then she told him, like, we're the best rock and roll band, and they played there, and they blew Memphis away and became Ike and Tina Turner. That's the rest of history, exactly. So I just want to thank you guys and tell you, Memphis is one of my favorite places of all time, and
And
it's
just
there's someone over here who keeps saying that you look like Snoop Dogg.
just so you know, I do artist promotion, so I want to make sure that while we in the middle of this interview, make sure y'all go check out my brother Anthony Q. He has a dope catalog. He's a very motivational artist.
You have an Instagram?
I don't. I
Okay.
think it's Universal Star One.
That
Uh,
at
it's-
Universal Star One.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, anyways, your full name is
Warren Mack.
Warren Mack.
Yeah.
So like, you're the Mac Daddy.
And you can find me on Facebook under Warren Mack. But like I said, I really appreciate your time.
Hey, God bless you. God bless you. Hey, see you soon, Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm coming to eat your pussy.